Welcome back guys to another Kengan video. Today we're going over all the known fangs of Metsudo. If you're new here and enjoy Kengan content, whether it be Omega or Ashura, make sure to subscribe. Now, I hope you enjoy. First, I'll go over what the Fang of Metsudo is. It's pretty much the spear of Katahara Metsudo's forces, being the symbol of strength that Metsudo has used to amass power and status within the Kengan Association and in the Kengan matches. At the recording of this video, which is at chapter 51 for Kengan Omega, throughout the story we've seen or we've heard of 5 of the fangs. As a whole, there's been 8 in the story, from 1st to the 8th, which is the current fang. We haven't seen the current fang at the 8th, we've only seen people talk about him, but as a whole I'll be talking about the 1st fang, 4th fang, 5th fang and 6th fang, as they're the only ones that have some shine in the story and that have been talked about. So first I'll go with the 1st fang of Metsudo. I'm not even going to try mention half the names, so I'm just going to put it on screen for text so you can give it a go yourself. You know, I butcher everything. So we have this Curry, the Kure old man that we've seen throughout the story. He was actually the 1st fang. He was known as the Mighty Demon. During when he was in the Kure clan, or at first when he was part of the Kure clan, he ended up leaving, being the original, or becoming and being the original holder of the Fang of Metsudo. Let's go over his history for a bit. As a teenager, he left the Kure clan due to his disagreement with them and decided to become a top assassin in his own way. Shortly after World War II, at the age of 20, he contacted Taro, deputy of Kanto's Shirai group, to kill Karara Metsudo and steal his newly acquired Kengan Association membership. However, just before he could finish his hit, the don of the group who hired him intervened and told him to cancel the hit. Impressed by Katahara Metsudo's luck and tenacity, the curator agreed to become his fighter to see just how far his luck and tenacity could take him and witness the moment it all ran out. As the 1st Fang of Metsudo, he was instrumental in Metsudo's rise to power, with him winning match in mere seconds and going on a nearly undefeated win streak. However, he did face defeat once. His defeat was so crushing that it spurred him to return to the Kure clan for support. After this losing, he couldn't handle it and master his Kure clan based techniques. In the meantime, he got married and had 2 children. Eventually, Metsudo made a bid to become the chairman of the Kengan Association and entered the Kure as his fighter. Before the final match, the Kure and Metsudo reminisced about how far they've come together. This is in Kengan Ashura in the Annihilation Tournament. As a whole in the story, his age is 91 in Omega, I believe. He's gone through a lot. He was the 1st Kure. He has ever only lost 1 Kengan match when he fought. So there we go. The original Fang. On to the next Fang. Next we have the 4th Fang of Metsudo, as we know nothing about the 2nd in the 3rd at the current time in the story. We have, this is his name here, Omori, I'm just going to call him that, is a personal bodyguard of Katsuda. He is the pretty much right hand man of Metsudo. His plot in Kengan Ashura throughout the Kengan Annihilation Tournament, Omori mainly spent his time as the chairman Metsudo's side along with Minoru, occasionally exchanging comments with about the fighters. He didn't have really moment. He took out some people who tried challenging or tried rising up, just bodied them nice and quickly. His powers and ability, it can be assumed that Omori is incredibly powerful, being one of the 8 people who has held the prestigious title of Fang Metsudo. However, he has never been seen directly fighting in the series so far, so it's pretty mystery. His age is 45, so he could still be fighting if he really wanted to, so you can assume that there's been stronger Fangs of Metsudo and that he just stepped down to become a bodyguard for the most part. That's really all we know about him. His personality consists of being very level-headed and composed individual, always doing his duties as his master wishes. So this is a loyal bodyguard at this time in the story, and that's about it. On to the next Fang, which is the one we know the most, the 5th Fang, Kanao Agito, which is the 5th Fang of Metsudo. We know him in Kengan Ashura throughout the story and Kengan Omega that we've seen him. Let's have a look at his plot in Kengan Omega, because we know everything he did in Kengan Ashura. Agito spent 2 years off the grid until Ryu discovered him in a biker bar in America, going under the nickname AG. Himuro wished to recruit him to fight in the Kengan Association side for the tournament or battle against Purgatory. Agito was initially reluctant, believing that his debt to Metsudo has been paid after Metsudo's retirement from the position of chairman. However, upon Himuro's news that the position of the Fang Musa had gone through many changes since his departure, with the 6th Fang that I'll talk about later doing some things. He's an extremely strong fighter, where his only defeat that ever happened was against, you know, the Chad lad Beard. And there we go. We know a lot of his stuff that happened in Ashura, where he won most battles. His Kengan wins is 160 wins and 1 loss. He was the Fang of Metsudo for a long time. He did great greatness throughout the Annihilation tournament, only losing against, you know, Beard, the person who won the tournament. His age is unknown still at this point. The 5th Fang, there he is, on to the next one. So the 6th Fang of Metsudo that we know of is Hikari, with that first name, whatever it is. Now in the story, he's an A-list gladiator in Purgatory and the 6th holder of the Fang of Metsudo. History: after the 5th Fang of Metsudo resigned as the Fang after the Kangen Annihilation tournament, Metsudo selected this guy as a rookie bodyguard to become the 6th Fang, with him providing to be a fearsome as his immediate predecessor, so just as strong as the 5th Fang. However, he pretty much turned out to be a traitor, soon transferring to Purgatory after becoming the Fang of Metsudo, to be able to enter under Purgatory's better conditions, as Kangen had changed quite a bit since the Metsudo dropping down as the strongest. His power and abilities, while yet to showcase his fighting ability, he was noted by Ryu to be as powerful as the former 5th Fang, having bested someone as Jose Kanoze's level twice, and leaving the pro wrestler in a critical condition the second time. So Kobayashi Jun reckons that the 6th Fang, this guy here, is the top class of Purgatory's gladiators. He looks pretty big and pretty threatening. We don't really know much about him except for that his status is alive, male, and affiliated with Purgatory. He's debuted in Omega Wars Chapter 31 if you want to check it out. Pretty strong. I don't believe he's going to be the top fighter for Purgatory, but I believe he's going to be a top 3 fighter in the tournament for them. So there you go. And the last Fang that we've heard about in the story that we haven't seen is the 8th Fang, which is the current Fang of Metsudo. The Fang of Metsudo is pretty much the regular stuff. What do we have here? After we dropped down, so we don't really know anything about it, or we know that he's the current Fang and that he's enrolled to represent Kangen in the fight against Purgatory. So hopefully we'll see him in the coming chapters. I believe he'll be extremely strong, probably even stronger than the 5th Fang and 6th Fang, maybe on par as well. So hopefully we see there. And that's pretty much all the Fangs of Metsudo that we know. I hope we learn more about the 2nd, 3rd, and then the 7th one. So hopefully you'll learn about them. And then of course the 8th one that we've only heard of exists, really don't have a name for him. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and that's it guys. Peace.